Welcome back and moving on to our first segment for today. Talking about President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and King Jordan's Abdullah II discussions that took place at the Al Palace recently. Well, over the phone we have Ambassador Soad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So first of all, I would like to shed the light on this meeting and important points to be discussed when it comes to the urgent need for an immediate ceasefire.
Yes, this summit between the two leaders in Jordan and Egypt has been happening several times. It's not the first time. They do coordination between the two countries because they are the most suffering from the catastrophic situation in Gaza. That is why they have to meet several times and they have to coordinate their positions and also to ask the whole community, the international community, to be responsible for what is happening in Gaza. They have requested an immediate ceasefire, immediate release for the humanitarian assistance, and also they have asked the international community and international leaders to be responsible and to pressure the Israeli government and the Israeli Defense Ministry to stop the ferocious war against the civilians and continuous bombardment of the Gazans.
Well, talking about the current situation, what concrete steps we can adopt to push or to move forward with the international community to reach at least a permanent ceasefire?
Well, both countries, Egypt and Jordan, have been representing the Islamic and the Arab conference, which took place in Jeddah. They have been together with another 8 countries representatives going around all the countries in the world. The big countries, of course, China, Russia, and the European Union and United States. They have been trying to pressure these countries to condemn Israeli attack on Gazan civilians. So the concrete steps are, first of all, the United Nations Security Council. There have been a lot of also pressure for the recommendations and the resolutions that are going out from the Security Council in order to also pressure Israel to immediate ceasefire. Until now, there has not been a call for ceasefire, an agreement of all the big countries in the Security Council. So the United States uses this veto power in order to stop the resolution from coming out from the Security Council. And also the last one, the United States abstained and it did not pressure Israel for an immediate ceasefire, so only humanitarian ceasefire, not an immediate ceasefire or a permanent one So what we are asking now is for the whole of the international community to listen to the call of Egypt and Jordan, which yesterday was after the meeting. They have released a press release asking all the countries in the world to to pressure Israel and for an immediate and permanent ceasefire and immediate and continuous release of opening the borders for the humanitarian assistance to pass through it to the people who are in need, in great need, and to stop the suffering of the Gazans, because there is a humanitarian catastrophe happening now because of the hunger, because of the there's no water, no food, no medication, and they need to be they need all this assistance to reach them immediately.
Well, when it comes to the current situation all over the world, I mean, if we are going to look or just to touch on some of the positive signs, for the first time we have seen demonstrations taking place all over the world asking for the rights of the Palestinians. And for the first time to see such a huge number of people out in the street in the United States, in the European countries, asking for the rights of the Palestinian. How can we use this and push more and more? Because definitely this will help a lot if they can also stress or put pressure on their own leaderships.
Yes, of course. First of all, these demonstrations and these calls from people around the world are asking to stop also the bombardment of Gaza and to stop killing the civilians. But the problem is what is going to be after, because there has to be a roadmap, there has to be a solution to the Palestinian problem. And yesterday, the two leaders have requested have asked not to liquidate the Palestinian issue and also not to forcibly displace the Palestinians and push them towards the borders of Egypt and Jordan. And even if all the world is asking for immediate ceasefire, there has to be also a coordination between all the countries, the big countries, for the solution of the Palestinian problem and for helping the Palestinians to have their own independent nation on the borders of the 4th of June 1967 with the capital of East Jerusalem, so that they have hope for the future, or else the war will continue and there will be no solution to the problem, and Israel will succeed in liquidating the Palestinian problem and in pushing and in dislocation of dislocating the Palestinians from their own land.
Well, actually, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is expected to visit the Middle East next week. And actually, this is going to be his 4th visit. Do you have any expectations for this during this current situation?
Well, he has already visited Egypt and Jordan and Israel several times, and he has declared many times that that the United States is on board in stopping the illegal settlements in stopping the incursions in the West Bank, in trying to solve the situation by creating the Palestinian state on Gaza and the West Bank. But every time he comes, there's no. That he appeals to the Israelis to stop and to have an immediate ceasefire, but they don't listen because they are giving them the green light to continue the war. So on one hand, they are requesting them to stop, and on the other hand, they are giving them all the ammunition, all the army stuff they need, or even the money they are requesting. They have released in the Congress the military aid that they have requested. So it's not a clear situation for immediate ceasefire.
Right, Ambassador Soad Shalaby, former Assistant Foreign Minister, thank you very much for joining us. Right now, moving on to a short break, then we'll be back.